We're here now with Alan Foley for a quick interview on his views on Donegal's progress throughout the year. What was your opinion on Donegal's new tactics for the defence?
Well, I suppose, Jason, the Donegal tactics got a lot of criticism, I suppose, especially there in the All-Ireland semi-final against Dublin. This was a Sunday game. Lads, Pat Spillane, Conor and Joe Brawley really had plenty to say about it, but I think when Jim McGuinness came in, Donegal, I suppose, were such a low ebb after the hammering got by Armagh last year, and he really had to kind of work from the back forward. I think he's done that this year, and you can see the improvements on that. And for all the criticism they got against Dublin, Donegal really did have an excellent defensive record all year, and I think Jim McGuinness himself even admitted in Croke Park after that game, if he can just bring the offensive side of the game forward a little bit more, maybe about 20-30%, he said himself, hopefully we'll be able to make positive strides next year as well.
Do you think they should have got much criticism for the defence?
I think it was a bit over the top. People forget that these guys are from Kerry, maybe with their 36 All-Irelands or whatever. Donegal have won 6 Ulsters, only ever they've won 1 All-Ireland, so we're not really at that level. I also think that the analysts in RT, their job should be more to analyse the game, maybe explain why they thought Jim McGuinness was doing this instead of just really having a go. But at the same time, some supporters were a bit frustrated at the fact that maybe Jim in the last 10 or 15 minutes might have maybe tried something different, maybe push Michael Murphy further up. I suppose he is the manager and he knows best, so he's taken us this far, so I don't think there's much cause to doubt him so far, considering it's only year one.
And how do you think Jim McGuinness will look back from his first year of managing?
I think he's really taken a lot of positive strides. I suppose when he came in, first of all, Donegal were in Division 2 of the league. People were saying that Jim would do well to keep Donegal in that division. It was quite a tough league with teams like Kildare, Tyrone, Derry and Meath in it, but Donegal really hit the ground running. Some of their better performances this year were actually probably in the league, ended up winning the league and also championship, first time in 19 years, and I suppose only 2 points off an All-Ireland final really in the end up, so I think his first year has been pretty excellent, I suppose, so far. You can't really say too much bad about it.
And what did you think of the Donegal and Dublin semi-final?
I think looking back now and having watched it back on television, it was a game that probably was there for the taking for Donegal. I think the game plan was working perfectly for probably 50 minutes or so. Again, that's testament to the fine defensive work that was going on. I think Dublin were starting to run out of ideas. Maybe only a couple of changes in the forward line for them. They went a bit more direct and they got a couple of points from play, but I think looking back that we weren't too far off it, and I think it's something that we might actually regret the further down the line we go.
And who do you think stood out for Donegal this year?
As in playing terms?
As a player.
I think Carl Lacey had another excellent year, and I think that's what people expect from Carl at this stage. I think he's in the top maybe 3 footballers in the country. His substitution against Dublin after getting a late hit from Barry Cahill, I think that shouldn't be understated how much Donegal missed him when he went off. And a lot of guys played great years. I think Neil McGee is another one who, even under John Doherty last year, had an exceptional season. And he and Carl are probably in the shake-up for the All-Stars. If I had to pick 2 Donegal guys for All-Stars, I think it'd be Carl Lacey and Neil McGee.
Right. And finally, what do you think Donegal's prospects are for next year?
It was interesting to hear Jim in the wake of the Dublin game. He's already talking about next year. We went to the club championship games at the weekends. He was at both games obviously there. I think he's another few guys up his sleeve. He's going to probably move it on a step or two. As he said, he wants to bring the more of an attacking element into it. I think the current squad, maybe Michael Hegarty, who's 32, might step aside, he might not. The rest of the guys, Kevin Cassidy said stay, all the rest are quite young, so I think it's quite exciting what Donegal can achieve with Jim McGuinness, especially after a very good first year.
Right. Thanks a million, Alan, and thanks for
No problem.